raffles, and more. Saturday, November 6th at New Life Baptist Church, Leesburg, Florida.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. A few of our tractor services include bush hogging, disking, and rototilling. We also have zero-turn mowers for the smaller paddocks, aisleways, fence rows, and lawn care. Fence row spraying is also available for weed control. We are family-owned and operated, licensed and insured, and farm-ready. Powell Gene, Gene, at yahoo.com, 352-629-2440. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. Gene is a proud United States veteran.
Come join us at the 40th Annual Downtown Festival and Art Show November 6th and 7th in beautiful downtown Gainesville for a weekend full of art, music, and culture. Explore a stunning collection of artwork by over 150 artists and marvel at world-class paintings, photography, sculpture, jewelry, and so much more. Enjoy entertainment on 4 stages, including a downtown blues concert on Friday night. And bring the kids for free art activities at the Children's Imagination Station. For more information, visit GainesvilleDowntownArtFest.org.
You're having another great day and you have good taste tuning into WOCA The Source with Ocala Talks and Tom Schmitz. Well, 1 out of 2 isn't bad.
Welcome back to the second half of the first hour of Ocala Talks. I'm your host, Tom Schmitz, coming to you from the WOCA studios, located just off the runway at the Ocala International Airport. Galen Unoff from Life South joins us. Brought to you by the good folks at Palm Garden Health Rehabilitation Center, located at 2700 Southwest 34th Street. They offer skilled nursing, physical, occupational, and speech therapy. If you have any questions you want to ask Palm Garden, give them a call, 352-854-6262. Family-owned and operated Penn Flooring is also a sponsor of Galen Unoff's morning stops with us here. They've been serving Marion County for over 30-plus years. They owe every bit of their success to their unrivaled customer service. They have the best solution for your flooring needs with experience in both commercial and residential flooring. Go see their amazing showroom at 1201 Southwest 17th Street in Ocala. Give them a call at 352-351-3420. And, of course, Just Shipped. They're flipping the script and shipping. Before Just Shipped, you had to buy boxes. You had to buy bubble wrap. You had to buy tape. You only used it once, but you still had to buy it all, so that wasted money. Then you got to go stand in line in the UPS store or the post office. That wastes time, which is money. Well, now Just Shipped. They flipped that script, and they'll come for a small pickup fee plus postage. They'll box up your item. They'll wrap it up in the bubble wrap. They'll tape it up. Then they'll go stand in line at the UPS store or the post office, saving you time and money. We know time is money, so Just Shipped saves you money on top of money. Go to justship.net for more information. Galen Unoff from Life South joins us. Galen, the rain has picked up exponentially here at the airport. It is coming down pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just sprinkling here. I mean, granted, this is welcome to Florida. Yep. So
cold front moving through. It's going to be chilly tomorrow. Tomorrow.
That part I don't like. I blame the Canadians for that too.
Yeah. Well, that's where the cold comes from. The polar ice caps. That's where it's come from.
That's correct.
But
That's correct.
True fact, 95% of the entire population of Canada lives within 150 miles of the U.S. border.
Well, of course they do.
Because the rest of it's too cold.
That's right. They want to be us.
Yeah.
But not all of us. It's kind of weird. They love us when it comes to all of our culture, but they hate us because of our culture. They're very confused.
So, longtime sportscaster Bob Costas, who I think probably one of the 3 or 4 best broadcasters of my lifetime.
You'd have to put him in that category.
He stopped by a terrible show on CNN, Cuomo Primetime.
He loves CNN. He's very far left.
To discuss the drama surrounding a guy who if you believe State Farm commercials, he quit football to join a band because he wanted to just be a regular guy in a band getting the Rodgers rate. Aaron Rodgers, after the Green Bay quarterback tested positive for COVID-19 earlier this week, it was revealed that he was not vaccinated, despite telling reporters in August that he'd been immunized. He received homeopathic treatment from his personal doctor before training camp to raise his antibody levels, and had sought and was denied an exemption from the Players Association COVID-19 protocols, leaving his status as unvaccinated. Costa says the way Rodgers has handled this situation is not good. Now, I know you're a big Aaron Rodgers fan. I mean, wasn't Aaron Rodgers one of the guys that was hypercritical of then President Donald Trump for ivermectin and stuff like hydroxychloroquine? Wasn't Aaron Rodgers one of the people that took to Twitter to ridicule the president about that?
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt about that. But again, this is Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he's above it all. He's better than you. And again, I find it kind of funny in a weird way. Yeah, I mean, the fact that he thought he was going to be immune, I think is hilarious. I'm sorry, that's just flat out funny.
Well, Costas wouldn't go.
Like, oh no, I'm going to be fine.
Costas wouldn't go out and label him a liar like some people have done. Some media have done that cover the NFL on a regular basis, have labeled Aaron Rodgers a liar. But Costas did say he was very disingenuous. He's obviously comfortable with letting fans and the media believe he was vaccinated.
Well, and again, I guess it all depends on what. It's hard for me. I don't blame anybody who doesn't want to get vaccinated. So I mean, with this new federal mandate that's coming out,
by the way,
it's gonna hit our economy so hard.
Oh, it's going to destroy the economy if it's allowed to go through. Anybody that has 100 employees.
Not allow. It is going through.
Right.
It's taking effect. They put it out yesterday, so it's taking effect January 1.
No, December 5th.
You have more than
December 5th.
I think they're starting the fines maybe January 1. There's some window period or something, but yeah.
I just don't understand how the federal
bad.
government. I just don't understand how the federal government thinks that they constitutionally can mandate private businesses and how they do their business practices.
Well, it's going to be interesting. It'll be interesting to see if the Supreme Court takes it on.
Oh, they will.
Right?
They have to. They have to take this case?
Somebody has to bring it to them, and I haven't heard yet if anybody's bringing it to them.
Because think about what they're going to do to small business. Because the Small Business Association of America describes a small business as any business under 500 employees. Okay? And Joe Biden's mandate says anybody with 100 employees or more, either everybody gets vaccinated or you start getting fined astronomical amounts. So it's going to destroy small businesses that are over 100 people but below 500 people. It's going to destroy. You know what it's going to hit? Restaurants. Because, here's the thing. Say, for instance, and this is something that's gray that people don't know. I talked to a friend of mine who is a franchisee owner of Mellow Mushroom. I know a lot of the guys that own Mellow Mushrooms. He goes, I'm trying to get my lawyer to figure out whether Mellow Mushroom on a whole has to be mandated, or as a franchisee owner, am I separate? Because he owns 4 restaurants as a franchisee owner. He has over 400 employees, not quite 500, but over 400. Do they all by mandate have to be vaccinated, or is he going to face fines? Because that could close a restaurant.
There's no doubt about it. And again, I just don't know. Like hospitals are going to be hit hard by this. Life South is going to be hit hard by this. And again, if you don't get vaccinated, you have to get a test every week. Right?
And you have to pay for that test.
Absolutely correct. This is a real problem, and I'm curious as to see how our country continues to deal with it. Because, the country as a whole has taken a lot of the pushback from the government and saying, okay, all right, I get it. You want to do this. I kind of understand it, right? Like there's a huge portion of the population that's like, okay, I get it. It's a pandemic, right? You hear that a lot. Oh, well, it's a pandemic. We're past the you can argue that we're past the pandemic.
Yes.
Right? The death rates are going down. I think we've figured out how to deal with it. Right? There's a lot of things that we now know about COVID. And I think this just may be one of those, well, this is a bridge too far. And I've been asking this for a long time. What is the bridge too far? Where is that for people? And maybe this is it, Tom. I don't know, though.
Let's put
really
it in, let's put it in perspective, because you said that you either had to be vaccinated or take a test once a week to show that you're negative. That is at your cost. The company's not paying for it. The government's not paying for this test. You as an individual have to pay for this test. Do you know what the basic cheapest test right now offered is? $39.
There you go.
So you're
a
week you got to spend. So $40 a week you have to spend to prove you can go to work. If this mandate goes through, if this mandate is upheld as constitutional. Okay? So do that quick math. Just round it up to 40. That's $2,080 a year. The same as 40 hours a week is 2,080 hours in a week. The federal government is telling you, for you to stay at work, if you've refused to get the vaccine, you have to spend $2,080 a year to work.
It's crazy.
Let that sink in.
I don't know how else to say it.
$2,080 a year you have to pay so you're allowed to go to work.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It just is. It just is.
I mean, there's no way this is going to hold up in court. Somebody needs to sue now. And I'm not a big litigation guy. I don't like lawsuits and everything.
You couldn't sue until they actually laid out what the law was. So let's see. Again, there's been a lot of people who are quiet about it, but we'll see if all of that changes.
I mean,
I don't know, but Tom, you know, and again, it's not the me and you. Right? I mean, you.
Oh no, I got my passport. I got my papers.
But
I tell you, I got my papers. If the Stalag comes to me, I am good, Herr Führer.
So, but the people, somebody, you know, there's got to be some pushback. I don't know how people are going to respond. Just don't. I really don't. And it's at some point people have to respond.
And by the way, this becomes, to me, much more important than the mass immunity that, you know, the mass herd immunity that they say we need. This assault on our freedoms, much more important to me than herd immunity.
Well, I think herd immunity, well, and the problem is this doesn't allow for people who have already had COVID.
No, because even if you got the antibodies, that doesn't matter. Get the shot.
Right, and that's the problem. That, to me, is the inherent problem in the stupidity of the whole law. Because, 45 million people have gotten COVID? And they're like, there's no reason for me to get a vaccine. I've had COVID. Again, I'm always shocked.
Well, take this into effect. What about a guy like me? I got the shot. I had an adverse reaction to it where my legs swelled up with water retention and everything. Now, my doctor, through doing research, conversing with a representative from Pfizer about these side effects and all, they've now determined that the problem is the shot kicked my immune system in, and my immune system is so good that it's in overdrive now from the shot, and it's attacking calcium deposits and all, where I have arthritic situations in my joints and all, and it's actually attacking them and swelling my joints and all because my immune system is so good that it's attacking, my body's now attacking my body, and it was kicked into overdrive by this shot.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
So what? Now I saw last night on Fox News. There's a surgeon who cannot do his job anymore. He's a surgeon, right? He made his job. He's 56 years old. He's a surgeon. He works. That's what he does. He stands up and he operates. He has the same problem I have, the water retention on the legs. He's had it for about 8 weeks now, just like me. He can't stand up. He cannot do his job. He cannot be a surgeon. I mean, are people suffering? Are there people with life-threatening things suffering because there's one less surgeon? I don't know. But one of the side effects is that this surgeon now can't do his job because he got the shot. And you hear stories like this everywhere.
Yep, sure do. You sure do. Yeah, I don't know. Getting back to Aaron Rodgers,
homeopathic from his doctor. Homeopathic
but
from his doctor.
But he's immunized now because he's got his own antibody, so he should be fine.
Not according to the NFL. Not according to the NFL. The NFL says he's not fine. Not fine. Not fine. Gonna miss 10 days.
Well, he's got to have 2 negative tests.
Right. No, he's got to miss 10 days because he's not immunized. He's considered not immunized, so he has to quarantine for 10 days.
Well, it's going through the team right now, which is kind of fascinating.
Right.
So,
hey, let's take a call real quick. We got somebody who wants to talk to us this morning. Good morning. You're on with Tom and Galen.
Good morning, guys.
Morning, Hugh. Oh, we're talking about Hugh's guy, Aaron Rodgers. We're in trouble.
No, that's all right. He's fine. He'll be okay. The thing is, with you, Tom, if you would have known ahead of time that you were going to have a reaction, would you have gotten the shot?
Probably not.
Of course not.
No, of course not.
Probably not, yeah.
No, of course not. And by the way, I asked my doctor, because my immune system's kicked into overdrive, it's so good, did I need the shot? He went, probably not.
Yeah. All I know is that I had the virus about 6 months ago, and my doctor told me, do not get the shot. You're just fine. And that was 6 months ago.
That's what we're hearing. Thanks for the call, Hugh.
Okay, take care, guys.
Yeah, I mean, once you're sick from it, your body has an immunity to it. And by the way, what nobody's talking about, you don't see anybody wanting to say this. You know what part of society has been struck the least by this outbreak? The homeless.
Well,
their immune systems are amazing.
Right.
But they're subjected to all kind of germs and bacteria and disease. So,
sure.
We kid, but there's some truth to I put my head under the water and drank some pool water from the desert inn. There's some truth to that.
Sure. Sure.
They caused this frenzy. I still firmly believe it, and you can say what you want. If you don't like this, Tom at WOCA.com. I still believe all this was done, and by the way, because Donald Trump is a hypochondriac. That's documented that he's almost a Howie Mandel germaphobe type guy. So it was easy to get him on board once they showed this junk science, or however you look at the science, Dr. Fauci. But I firmly believe this was just a test to see how quick we could bring the world under control. That's all. You'll never tell me that's not what this was.
It's hard. Well, I do believe it was man-made, and I do believe they used this opportunity. I do believe it leaks from a lab. I don't think there was any purpose.
No, it's not. It didn't come from a bat in a food fair.
No. But they just made the most of it. I mean, you look at some of these countries, and they're never getting out. They're never getting out from these mask mandates and these complete and utter control that the government has put on them. Yeah, it's kind of scary. It is.
It really is.
But you know me, I've been railing against this from the 2-week shutdown. I just thought I think we handled this every possible way. We handled it wrong.
Well, Governor DeSantis, to his credit, handled it. Once he shut down like everybody did in the world, but then once he delved into it, he was like, no, this is ridiculous. And he opened back up quicker than anybody else.
Sure. Well, and his new what is it called? The medical person?
Surgeon General.
Fun. Surgeon General. There you go. He's kind of fun. It's hard. Yeah, he's kind of fun. He makes me laugh. I don't know if I'd want him to be my practitioner, but he makes me laugh.
So last night, I don't know why they played this game last night. Was it because they moved it up because of the weather or something? Is that the reason they played it last night? The Vanguard,
which
Forest, the Vanguard Forest game.
A lot of teams did that. Dunellen, Westport did.
Because of the weather that is forecast for tonight.
Correct.
Complete beatdown by Vanguard, but one we saw coming.
Well, and again, Forest hasn't been competitive with Vanguard in a very long time.
Forest hasn't been competitive with a lot of schools in a very long time.
Sure. Yeah, and I know that job's open. I know the Westport job's open. There's going to be some. Again, I
52 to 12.
I was hanging out with some coaches. I just really believe that football as we know it and sports as we know it in high school it's just on its way out. Tonight we got the Bellevue game. Bellevue at Weeki Wachee. I'm hoping we play. The weather's pretty terrible. We kickoff is at 7:30.
North Marion, right? North Marion, and on the radio airwaves right here. North Marion is at Hawthorne tonight. Also, the weather's going to play a key part in both the Bellevue game and the Hawthorne game, and Hawthorne North Marion game, in the fact that they may not play these football games. They may, we've had it before. I remember a Forest game. I think it was 2015. Forest, I believe they were playing Lake City, and or Vanguard was playing Lake City. Anyway, it was one of them playing Lake City. Laramie Tunsil was on the team and everything, and that game was postponed until Saturday morning at 10 o'clock for Thunder and Lightning Friday night. The game was postponed till the next day. Lake City had to get hotels and everything. It was a mess. But that could happen tonight where games get postponed till tomorrow morning sometime. And I've even seen games played on Monday mornings when there was no school during holiday breaks.
Sure. Yeah, and that's not uncommon. I hope it doesn't happen. That usually only happens if it's a district game. The game with Weeki Wachee isn't a district game, so it could get canceled, and both teams just say, look, we're just moving on.
I will tell you, though, the front page, when you go to the prep sports, on the front page of the prep sports for the Ocala Star banner, there he is in all his glory. Big headshot of Coach Brady Ackerman. He likes the camera. Coach likes the camera.
Yeah, I thought it was a good photo. I talked to him last night, so he's in good spirits. It's this team that it's just way overperformed from what anybody's expectations. He came into the season hoping for above 500 and a winning team, and instead, his guys bought in, and they're on the verge of they're going to make the playoffs. It's just a matter of what seed they play. Whether they play Vanguard or they go down to Altamont Springs.
Here's the thing, and I have a relationship with Brady. I broke into radio when Brady Ackerman and Chris Doring bought MOP, which is now a defunct radio station here in town. But when they bought in, I went into radio with them. They brought me into this game. So I'm indebted to Brady Ackerman for the opportunity to break into radio. But don't you think that, yes, this season's been a success, and yes, they may make the playoffs. They look like they're making the playoffs, and yes, they've overachieved. But in the offseason, if he's not able to keep his best players and build on that, and his best players are wooed away, then does it really matter? If they transfer out and go to another school, does the success of this year really matter?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I don't think his guys are going to transfer either. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's always a threat. Let's be very, very clear. But I don't think he's going to have that problem. But I said that about Westport, didn't I? So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, the kids, and it's their parents, and their parents think their kids, can achieve more at a different school, and they have that right. And it's something I struggle with. My son and I struggled with it, so I completely get it. I understand it. But man, I don't know. I like Brady's system. College coaches like Brady's system. How big of an impact that is, that's a great question.
You know who else likes Brady's system and likes players in Brady's system? The head coach at Trinity Catholic.
Yeah, it's true.
That's a problem.
Very true.
That's a problem.
It is. It is. You can't deny that.
That's a problem. I'm just saying that's people have forgot about the pink elephant in the room, that he's back at Trinity Catholic.
Well, and you look at the number of seniors that are on that team, and oh my, they're having to rebuild.
And we know the easiest way to rebuild at Trinity. We know. We've seen it happen.
Just reload.
We've seen it happen. Hey, Galen, where's the Bloodmobile? Got about 20 seconds.
Hey, Bloodmobile, today we're at the Walmart out in Dunellen all weekend, so come see us there. But as always, come visit us right there on the boulevard, 1607 East Silver Springs Boulevard. Give to get the life, donate blood.
Talk to you Monday.
Bye, all.
We'll be right back after this timeout on WOCA The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International